What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So today we're doing something that I wouldn't recommend to any of you. We will be rolling a Strun Riven with 100,000 Kuva. And why am I rolling a Strun Riven? Well, I don't have a really good answer for you. But the Strun Wraith was actually announced, and if you've been paying attention to videos on the channel and all that, you might know that when a new weapon comes out, the Riven stats are as low as can be. If we were to get a Riven for the old Strun Wraith, which is still like a pretty decent shotgun, we could equip that Strun Riven on the Strun Wraith, and when the Strun Prime comes out, we can equip the same Riven on the Strun Prime, but the stats will be much, much lower. Here's a comparison on how high the stats will be between the Strun Wraith and the Strun Prime. Keep in mind, these stats on the weapons are not that different. So, since the Astilla Prime is a Prime shotgun that had 0.5 dispo, we can actually use this as comparison. So the Strun Wraith, at max multi-shot, with a 2 stat and a negative, 220% multi-shot. The max on the Astilla Prime is 81. So we're getting about a third of the stats, guys, okay? That's what you can look forward to if you have a Strun Prime Riven when it comes out, hopefully on the 8th. So, here's the stats of the Strun Prime. We'll start doing the Riven rolling in a second. It is pre-recorded gameplay, which I'll just be showing you, how it went. So, the Strun Prime is on the left side, and I'll put the Strun Wraith right here on the right side. Alright, so we've got 6% more crit chance versus the Wraith. Same crit multiplier. Higher damage fall off, which is the biggest upgrade, honestly. It goes to basically double what it currently has. We've got higher fire rate, same magazine size. 2 more pellets. So it goes from 10 pellets on the Wraith to 12 pellets on the Prime. We've got built-in 0.8 punch through, which might make it actually pretty useful. Since it's coming with Nidus Prime, you put the Nidus Larva out, and you'll have some punch through to shoot into the Nidus Larva and hit a bunch of enemies, hopefully. Still going to mostly be a single target weapon. We've got 4.6 reload, technically slightly faster than the 5 reload of the Strun Wraith. And we've got half the status chance, basically. It's 6.7 per projectile versus 12 on the Strun Wraith. But keep in mind, we have 2 more pellets. You might be seeing a lot more status procs. And the Strun Wraith is mostly impact focused, where the Strun Prime is more balanced between impact and slash. And you can technically get a minus impact Riven on this to make it more highly slash weighted. But keep in mind, you're going to mostly be getting your slash procs from Hunter munitions. You're really not going to be getting many slash procs from the actual base damage of the weapon. And if you do, they'll be really weak compared to the actual slash procs you'll be getting from the Hunter munitions. So, here's what we can look forward to. I'd say if you're getting a 0.5 dispo Riven here, you're going to want to probably go for multi-shot, crit damage. Look at how pitifully low the critical chance stat is. I really feel like they need to realize that critical chance and critical damage are not things that you compare one-to-one to each other. Like, if you look at a lot of the mods in this game, like the numbers are more thoughtfully put into account. So we have like the crit chance and crit damage mods. So right here, Prime Target Cracker, not maxed out, 100%. This one's 187. Crit chance and crit damage are not one-to-one conversions between each other. So I think that they should probably maybe buff the crit chance rolls on Shotgun Rivens. But let's get into it. Enough talking. Let's get into the gameplay, and I'll give some commentary too. So we've got 106,000 Kuva. The Riven started with Toxin, Electric, and Maya's ammo. And we roll it once we get punched through fire rate and critical damage with Maya's Infested. Honestly, pretty decent. Not exactly a keeper, but unfortunately the sadness will set in, and maybe we won't get anything better than that. Because, fire rate and punch through, not really DPS increasing stats. I guess the fire rate kind of increases the DPS. We're mostly looking at that crit damage, and that crit damage will be very low when we get the actual Strun Prime to come out. So, we're looking for good stuff pretty much. And there's me bringing up the stats just to make sure, like, how much bang for our buck are we actually getting out of here. Like I said, crit chance rolls, like, it sounds like it would be good, but since the crit chance potential is so low on Shotgun Rivens, it doesn't even end up working out that great. So there's a damage, status chance, punch through, minus slash Riven. So that might be okay on, like, the Strun Wraith, because it's actual 100% minus slash. But, if they're trying to push the slash damage on here, I'm not getting a minus slash Riven on the Strun Prime. That's how I look at it, at least. The punch through, like I said, it's still going to be a single target weapon basically, but I guess a little bit more punch through wouldn't hurt. There's a multi-shot roll right there, 210, basically a max roll on the Strun Wraith, but the Strun Prime, that would have about 80, maybe 70. And that's unfortunate. It really is. this is a waste of Kuva right here. Do not roll Strun Rivens. Don't do it, guys. New Prime weapons, the Rivens are trash for. I don't know why they have to be so anti-fun. I feel like the whole Rivens part of the game, they've just kind of, they've hurt it really badly. They technically still exist, but they're just squashing the fun, like squeezing it ever so slightly. Actually, not even ever so slightly. They're just completely wringing it dry, where I'm not excited for new weapon Rivens as much anymore. I'm still going to Riven roll this because I got this Strun Riven from the Gift of the Lotus alert. I said, why not? I have 100,000 Kuva. Let's drop it in here. And as you can see, we're getting nothing good here. Heat and damage, I guess, is kind of okay. But I'm going to probably go for like a max viral build. I'm going to go for a max corrosive build. I'm not going to be putting heat in my build most likely. And if I do, it will probably be a dual stat elemental. That Riven, I definitely don't want to get heat in my Riven for this thing is what I'm trying to say. So far, nothing good. A lot of, impact, a lot of reload speed, a lot of magazine size. Not things we really want, and plus impact is definitely not what we want either, so. Yeah, so as far as other things you can do on the Strun Prime, if you're running the Corrupted Critical Chance mod, you'll probably have about like 70% crit chance, and here we are with a really good, or not really good, a okay roll. We have double crit chance, crit damage, but the problem is, like I said, you're not really upgrading your crit chance that much. If this was, because remember, we're cutting these stats like in a third. So you're going to be looking at about like, 7 or 8% more crit chance on your build if you were to run a double crit, or crit chance Riven with no negative in the first place. So I would say that's not worth taking. Even though Punch Through and Fire Rate are kind of useless on the Strun Wraith, the crit damage is, that crit chance is actually like actively bad. It's like a waste of a stat slot, especially since Corrupted Crit Chance actually gives you 200%, and that Riven right there would give me a lot less, like a quarter of the stats that the Corrupted Crit Chance mod is going to give us. So, yeah. If you are rolling one, let me know how you feel about this. Like, I feel like, honestly, DE needs to change something. Like, this happens so much that we get, like, this thing that's been happening for a while, it's not going to happen anymore. Like, you can't make Maiming Strike's gone. Riven's 0.5 dispo off the bat. It should be, like, 0.7. We could even go further here. I wasn't even planning on doing this in this video, but their Riven dispo system is so flawed. You want to see what? Okay, this is a Strun Riven rolling video, but for sure. Here's the Ambassador. Did you know the Ambassador has bugged out disposition, and it's a new weapon? It came out with neutral disposition, but since it's a bad weapon in the first place, which I didn't make a video on yet, the bugged out Rivens don't even help it. It's still crappy. It's still a bad weapon, even with good Rivens. So their whole argument of, we need to make them weak at launch because we don't know what's good. That's their actual reasoning. They said they don't know what will be good, so as a safety measure, they've made all new Rivens have 0.5 dispo. The Ambassador has bugged out Rivens and still sucks. Your argument is flawed, DE. Alright, so continuing to roll this Riven, as you can see, we still have the roll that we started with on this first roll. The Riven rolling system is trash. We have no control over RNG. We're just clicking the button, hoping for the best. And if you get lucky, it's just because, good for you. You had literally no control over that. You just got lucky. You literally had no skill involved with getting those good Riven stats. You just clicked the button and didn't get screwed over. So, yeah. We're about to finish off the Riven rolling here. We've got a couple thousand more Kuva. And actually, never mind. There's two more. 35 rolls is about what 100k gets you. And as you can see, we should have just stopped on the first roll and saved ourselves some sanity. And that one almost looked good, and then it wasn't good. So, yeah, there you go, guys. So, overall, like I said, I'm going to show the Ambassador thing really quick. So look at this. This is a brand new weapon. It came out with the Sister Parvos update. It's got 3 dots off the bat. Crit chance, crit damage. This is like neutral. This is what the stats for new weapon Riven should look like, but the weapon still sucks. We'll probably make a video on it eventually, but even a weapon that's potentially interesting like the Ambassador, a bugged out Riven can't save it because Rivens can't save crappy weapons. I'm not like going out of my way to use this. Like the Strun Wraith is going to be better than the Strun Prime more than likely. I mean, now that we've got the Riven rolling out of the way, I mean this is a big upgrade in crit damage and fire rate. Without even running, we have Prime Ravage in here. With just that, we go from 2.2 to 4.8. If you're looking at the Strun Prime, this will probably be like 40% crit damage, you're going to be looking at going to like 3x multiplier. You're losing 1.8 multiplier because this thing has really, really high Rivens. So, I don't know, man. I'm just getting kind of sick of DE's Riven rolling practices. I think the guy that made the decision should reverse it because I feel like it's honestly just making them lose money. Like, are people still buying God Roll Rivens? Probably. But, overall, I'd say the excitement for Rivens is much lower nowadays than they used to be. And I can say that for myself as a fact. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you next time, and peace.